Hello, everyone. This is Wade Books, and today we're going to start our first ever episode of Fun with Classroom, where each week we'll be looking at different features, functions, and purposes of Google Classroom, and hopefully increasing your knowledge and your skill level in the use of Google Classroom. We know that Google Classroom is the management system that we as a district have decided to use for a majority of our students. And so each week here, I'm just going to be pushing out a different video, working really from the beginning to the end. So today we're going to talk about purpose of Classroom, kind of why we've chosen it as our learning management system. And also, as we go in future videos, talking about some cool, maybe some basic features, just, some of the main ways that we can use it. And hopefully, by the end, really hitting some advanced features, some things that we can do with Classroom that not only makes our lives easier, but enables our students to have more access and more power when it comes to digital media. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. Like I said, today we're just going to focus on what I see as 3 different reasons for why we're going to use Google Classroom, kind of the purpose of it. The first is that it's a learning management system. It's something that comes with our Google Apps for Education, part of our purchase as a Google district. And it just helps us organize all our needed classroom materials in one place. So we'll focus a lot on, how we're going to organize classroom materials, what that will look like, what materials need organized digitally, and what that looks like within the digital world. The second piece is that the classroom can actually leave the classroom. So it's your students to take their classroom and materials out into, of the physical classroom into the world. And that purpose kind of goes along with our last one here, which is it holds students more accountable. So I see these two as going together, these two purposes going together, because instead of you, the teacher, of being in charge and the holder of your materials, your students will have access to this stuff now 24/7. As long as they have a Chromebook internet connection. So I know, as in our K-5 levels, we don't have a true one-to-one where students take their Chromebook with them. But hopefully, down the line in future years, that will be something we can strive towards when we feel our kids are able to use those devices appropriately at home. But these two things really allow us as teachers to put more back on the students. I know it doesn't seem like that sometimes, but you can actually put more back on the students because, if they forget something at school, well, okay, you have your Chromebook with you. You have the ability to look at this. I posted this material on Classroom. I posted this worksheet. I posted this document. This link is there for you to use. And plus, it also allows students to really, branch out more into the real world. As far as their physical class, we have them from 7:30 to 3:30, and give or take a little bit, but this allows them to actually, look at materials that they may not have access to normally, or maybe they couldn't find. They have that now outside of their actual physical classroom. So it just gives them a little more freedom, and at the same time holds them more accountable instead of you personally. So I see that as the true purpose of Google Classroom. I think it's a very powerful tool. The hardest part is just getting familiar with it and being able to use it. So like I said, this video is very short today, just to kind of give you some background of kind of where we're going. My hope is to show you how the features in Classroom can accomplish these purposes. If at any time you ever have any questions or concerns about Classroom itself, what I've done is if you click this, if you were to go ahead and type this link in, this takes you to a Google form where it asks about any concerns, questions, maybe some feedback that you have about Google Classroom. I would love if you shared that. It'd be great to see that feedback. That would be information that then I can even go on my next video. We can talk about some things you may have questions on, answer some questions for you, because I guarantee if one person's asking it, odds are someone else is wondering the same thing as well. So feel free to go to this. It's not a requirement by any means, but if you have feedback from me, or if you have something that you would like to share, or even a question or a concern, please feel free to go to this link right here. Go to the Google form that I have and fill it out and give me some feedback, and you'll see hopefully that feedback here in the next video. So anyway, that was the purpose of Google Classroom, and I hope you feel welcome to join me on the journey now as we explore Google Classroom for the rest of the year.